All right, guys, welcome back to the channel, Second Flight Golf. This is the SimSider Golf, Jacob here, and we're bringing you the new GSPro beta, and we're going to do a little bit more of a deep dive. We're going to go through some of the tabs, kind of explain them in a little bit more detail, and then we're going to play a hole at Tobacco Road just to kind of see if there's any difference. We've been on the beta now for roughly about 3 days, and there's been a lot of positive and negative things said. So obviously we have the Unity 6 engine coming at some point. And guys, the biggest thing here is the courses that we currently have on GSPro are backward compatible. So what that means is nothing has been updated to the Unity 6 engine. So Unity 6 engine, basically we don't have anything graphics wise or course wise, and we won't for some time. So it's going to take course designers some time to start designing courses on the Unity 6 engine. And we don't have a timeline for that. So is that in Q1? Is that in Q2? Is that sometime in 2026? We don't know. But the biggest news is it's here. And it's at the point where we can start using it. And just a little bit of a background, currently right now, GSPro is using the Unity engine from 2018. And so launching forward to Unity 6, which was released in Q3 of 2024, huge upgrade in graphics. So a lot of questions, what is that going to do with our computer? Do I need to upgrade computers? Sometimes when we increase engines, we actually get better CPU and GPU rate, frames per second, and it kind of optimizes that. And you really don't have to upgrade in the computer. So the engine itself helps the computer run better. I don't know that answer though. I'm not going to sit here and act like I do. So when we finally launch courses on Unity 6, it may be very taxing on the GPU. I don't think it's going to be. I just think that we're going to get stunning graphics and better looking courses. The best way I can explain it, every course we have is going to look the exact same currently. It's like taking a Xbox 360 game and downloading it on the new Xbox X, which is 4K. The Xbox 360 game's still going to look like it did. You're just able to play it on the new platform and the new gaming system. So obviously we're not talking that drastic in graphics, but that's kind of what backward compatibility is. All right, so let's dive into, just kind of what it looks like. So I've already done a video, very quick one when it was released, just to kind of go through kind of visually what it looks like. But we're going to actually play a couple holes on Tobacco Road. So not much has changed with the local match. We do have a newer filter on the right side here. And from that standpoint, you still have pretty much all the same filters. It did remove, I noticed, the two verified options that we had. So I don't know if they're going to add that back in for those verified courses. We still have the check marks here. So you can see that the check mark for the verified courses are still there, but we don't have that quick filter. So, all right, we're going to go over into practice mode. So really looking through the upgrades, and I'll share those on the screen over here on the right side. The biggest ones are Unity 6, and then field of view, I think, was nice. I'll showcase that as we're playing. And then also the ability to move the pin. So I've tested this. I've seen it tested in a couple different videos. I don't see that it's working. So we'll go ahead and kind of test that after we launch into the practice range here. So you're supposed to be able to shift, click, and move the actual hole location when you're in practice mode, but I have not had that happen. So in the range, really not much different here. We are getting a little bit different yardage indicators. So, and then obviously the new GSPro kind of logo with the blue. Other than that, it's going to be the same. The dynamic holes, driving range, the playground, it's pretty much all the same besides some visual upgrades and colors. It does look like our club selection looks a little different. We need to do a side-by-side with that. But dynamic holes still have the mini games and still have the driving range. So not much has changed there. All right, let's go over into practice on course. So we'll showcase a home course just to see if we can move the stick. And guys, comment below, give a thumbs up if you like the video, but let's get some comments rolling. I really want to hear everyone's feedback. So the overall sentiment from what I've gathered is what's behind the scenes people are loving and what we're getting. But the initial launch of GSPro and how it looks on the main screen, the icons, the color, a lot of people are, not extremely happy about it from what I've gathered. I'm indifferent. I'm happy to have a platform to be able to play golf. So I'll go with whatever. That's just how I am. But all right, let's see if we can get this pin to move. So we're going to take the ball and we'll showcase this course right here. This is a home course for me, a couple miles down the road. All right, so let's see if we can shift and click. Yeah, so it's, unless we're doing something wrong, in the release notes, it said shift plus click in parentheses, and I'm not. Let's see if we can shift and hold. No. Yeah, so the shift and click, gonna have to put that into support and see kind of what's going on there. All right, let's go back and we will kind of dive into a different tab here. All right, challenges. Challenges got a big facelift from icons. I actually like these. I think it looks, the icons and the colors look good on this screen. There has been reporting that if you have these skills and challenges that you've done, when you update to the beta, it's erasing some of that. So just be cautious there. I don't know if it's a complete loss if you revert back to the stable version or not, but there's been reports of that. All right, let's go back to tournaments. So the one thing that is different here, right here, you'll see rankings, or I'm sorry, not rankings. All right, so one thing that's different on the tournaments tab is the ability to be able to see who is in the lead and the leaderboard before you even launch in. So I think that's really cool. You're able to just go ahead and click and see kind of the first, 10 to 12 people. And that is on each leaderboard. So that's really nice. Outside of that, once you launch into it, the functions are pretty much the same. But while we're here, we'll kind of dive into the match and players and things of that nature. So get a little bit of a different kind of look for players. You have the ability to, change the color. We like the blue. And then match. Match, if you were on the stable version and you actually were using the beta visual of condensed match settings, this is what we get here. This is huge. If you were not using condensed match settings, then it was very tough to manage. You had different tabs. So basically what they've done is put it all into one, and I think that's very user-friendly. Outside of that, it's basically the same. You still have your drop downs and the ability to change there. We got holes. Nothing's different here. All right, let's go back. And then online match. So basically same thing, same window, same ability to type in a room and join, or create a room and then make sure if it's public or not. So not a whole lot of difference there. All right, let's dive into settings. This is where we do have a little bit of difference from stable version to beta. So when you launch GSPro, once you download the beta, there's not a configuration page now. So it automatically launches into GSPro. And so what they've done is they have taken the graphics setting, so your resolution and the the quality drop down from where it was ultra, high, all of that, and then your screen, it's all embedded into GSPro now. And so you see that when I clicked on graphics here, it's all right here. So we can change, if we want to go to GSPro Lite or Ultra, we'll do that as we're on the course just to see what that looks like. You can change your resolution, and then you can select which screen that you want to go to, full screen. And kind of the big question that I have is we're showing Mac OS. So, right now, GSPro, you cannot use GSPro on a Mac computer. So is this the ability to do so, or is there going to be the ability to use some type of bridge to be able to use GSPro on Mac? I don't know. I've reached out to see exactly what that is. I've not heard back yet. And then the field of view. So basically what this is going to be, and we'll showcase it as we're playing, is, is the ball here or is it here? So are you going to be able to see more of the course, or are you going to be zoomed in and be right on top of the ball? So again, we'll showcase that as we're playing. So down here, we got some knowledge base type stuff. If you click it, it's gonna launch you into the GSPro support and be able to give you, basically Q&A and the ability to research stuff. And same thing with the user portal. That's going to launch into gspro.com, and you'll be able to look up information there. All right, let's do exit. And really, that's kind of the crash course of what it looks like from high level, just from logging in. So let's go in and let's play 2 holes on Tobacco Road. All right, guys, we're out at Tobacco Road. So no warm up. We're just going to kind of dive into this, play maybe 2 holes. Not sure exactly how this is going to go. And then another thing, I'm going to switch screens a little bit, because I definitely would like some feedback if you're watching too. As you're watching, Sim Golf on YouTube. The screen I have laid out right now, you can see 2 cameras, and then you can see the whole, canvas of GSPro. So that's one way we can go into this view as well, where you can see a larger version of GSPro, and then the camera on the bottom right. So we'll play 1 hole the first way, and then we'll switch it over. And comment below and tell me which one you like. All right, not a bad stick for not warming up. Cut for me. That lie didn't allow it to cut. Not bad. I can get up and down from there. That'll work. All right. All right, guys, I'm going to switch it over to the other view. Again, comment below. Let me know which one you like, which one you prefer. Be good. All right. Nice shot. Again, you're not going to tell any difference with visuals currently. Just restating, we're not fully on Unity 6. This course is backward compatible, but you can see just some visual things different that GSPro will add in as the indicators and their logos and things of that nature. All right, we got 125. This is in between for me. So I'm going to have to get a pitching wedge. There's a look at the new scorecard. So just visually, that's kind of an upgrade, different look there. There we go. Greens are hard. Probably could have went down a club and try to get one back there, but nice controlled pitching wedge. All right, guys, I appreciate you watching and hanging out with us for the new GSPro beta. Comment below the pros, the cons, what you like about it, what you're excited about. And then also, if you watch the video and you watch both holes, let me know visually which one you like better. Comment below. Over to the right, subscribe, give us a thumbs up on the video. It helps tremendously. This is Jacob, Second Flight. Appreciate it.